The moment we think of aviation, our beloved missile man, His Excellency Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, is a synonymous thought for all of us. Here is a prodigy who has had the intellectual opportunity to work for the Trisul missile project, sponsored by the legend Dr. Kalam, the then director of DRDL in 1984. Yes, he is none other than Professor Dr.D. Viswanathan. Let's give him a good round of applause. Thank you, sir. Here is a panorama of his key achievements and milestones. He served as a former Vice Chancellor of Anna University, Chennai. His works on the above projects were transferred to HAL, DRDL and ISRO for the production of aircraft, rocket and missile components. Through his work for the development of missiles and rocket components, he was awarded 3 Indian patents. Dr. D. Viswanathan is a graduate engineer in mechanical engineering from Annamalai University and postgraduate in production engineering from the College of Engineering, Guindy, University of Madras, and a doctorate from IIT Madras in the field of metal forming. Dr. Viswanathan is a veteran in the teaching industry with over 3 decades of expertise, who served as the 7th Vice Chancellor of Anna University from June 2005 to 2008. He has been the pioneer who was instrumental in introducing the Department of Media Sciences and various innovative electronic media programs and an array of other UG and PG courses, collaborating with several universities and institutions in India and abroad. His Vice Chancellorship created a number of revolutionary records like #1 university in India and the first university in India to claim to be tobacco-free campus. He is a recipient of various awards that include Officer of the Order of Academic Palms, conferred by the Prime Minister of French Republic, International Socrates Award from the European Business Assembly, UK at the famous Oxford Hall, Colonel Commandant of NCC by the Ministry of Defence, Government of India. He is a celebrated member of Fellow of Institute of Engineers, Indian Institute of Metals, Indian Society for Technical Education, Indian Institute of Plant Engineers, Fellow of Institute of Non-Destructive Testing, etc. He serves as an esteemed member of notable committees as a nominee of Government of Tamil Nadu, which includes Deputy Chairman of UICEE Academic Advisory Committee, nominated by UNESCO International Center for Engineering Education, National Advisory Committee of DST-NSF sponsored Advanced Study Institute on Nanoscale Science and Engineering. The keen eye for Dr. Viswanathan for research and development and the milestones achieved go endless if I have to go with the list. It's indeed our pride to have him enlighten this intellectual gathering today. May I request you to enlighten us on the role of engineering and the research in nation development now, sir?
தமிழுக்கு தலைவணங்கி இனிய காலை நேரத்தில் அரங்கில் அமர்ந்திருக்கும் அனைத்து அன்பு உள்ளங்களுக்கும் எனது இதயம் கனிந்த வணக்கம். Respected Chief Guest of this morning, Sri A.K. Parvez Ahmed, distinguished guest of honor, Professor Dr. N. Panjanathan, President of this function, Dr. S. Thirumagan, in absentia, Mr. Sadish Kumar, distinguished teachers, ladies and gentlemen. I am extremely happy to address the elected distinguished teachers of the state. At the outset, I would like to thank the organizers for giving me the opportunity to interact with you. As well, I would like to congratulate the Science Education Awardees today. Even though I had very busy schedules, when the organizers approached me that we have to interact with the teachers, then immediately I agreed. You know, can anyone tell me why you became a teacher? Now you are recollecting the day when you got appointment or appeared for interview. No, sir, onnum badil illa. Why you wanted to become a teacher? Well, it's a good service, society, education, all many thoughts. But what I think, You became a teacher not just like that. Just because you did not get any other job, you got a teacher. No. I believe சென்ற பிறவியில் வேறு எந்த தவறுகளையுமே செய்யாத நீங்கள் இறைவனால் இந்த பிறவியில் ஆசிரியராக நியமிக்கப்பட்டிருக்கிறீர்கள் அப்படின்னு நான் நினைக்கிறேன். God has மாதா பிதா குரு தெய்வம். Before God you are placed in the society. We respect the guru more than a God. You are the one who gave the guidance, knowledge, inspiration, guidance, everything. So, ladies and gentlemen, let us utilize the opportunity given to us by God as a teacher. You are lighting hundreds and hundreds of students' life. You can forget any of your friends and relatives. You cannot forget your teacher from your heart. Always they are in our heart. I recollect from the school, elementary school to my college profession and PhD level, who taught me, who guided me. As our chief guest remembered, he has come up to this level because of his teachers. But first, I have come to this level before teachers, my parents. Because of them, I am here today in this position. We have to always think and respect our parents are the first teachers for us. I know what difficulties we faced when the schooling, when we were studying. 8 kilometers I have to walk every day. The morning and evening 8 kilometers. No electricity. No cycling route. We have to walk in water for a few feet. Like that, difficulties, parents helped me. But for them, we would not have come to this level. We would not have crossed even school education. The great grief, I lost my father only last month, and he is completing 100 years. So, I always feel God has given a destination that you have to become a teacher, you have to become a doctor, you have to become an engineer, technologist, some politicians like that. மிகப்பெரிய பாவங்களை செய்தவர்கள் தான் இன்றைய அரசியல்வாதிகள் என்பதை மறந்து விடாதீர்கள். அதனால தான் கடவுள் அவங்கள அரசியல்வாதியாக அறிவிச்சிருக்காரு. அதனால் let us think what is our role at this juncture, having becoming a teacher. So, the organizers have given me topic, research and engineering towards the nation development. I am happy to hear from my colleague, research in science for the development of the nation. Both you combine, our country will definitely achieve the goal. I had an opportunity to travel internationally around 25 countries during my Vice Chancellor position. I have interacted with 150 universities and signed MOU with 65 universities. And we also promote a lot of research in Anna University. So, but without research, any nation cannot develop. Of course, fundamentally, any nation to develop, education is the backbone. If education is not strong, the country cannot progress. Can you imagine when British people left us in 1947, we had hardly about 10 universities. Now, today we have 1,500 universities. We have grown up. So, universities, not only the degree selling institutions, but promote intellectuals, innovations, and focus what our student generation to work for. Technology development is very important. Today, hundreds of technologies which we develop become obsolete because of the destructive technologies are coming up. One cell phone functions at 200 applications. So many technologies have gone out. Like that, we continue to develop the technologies. And before going for the importance of research for the nation development, we should know what is a developed nation. That part every one of us must have a vision. Then you transform to the young students. Unfortunately, today we are seeing that the developing technologies are a great disturbance also. The 21st century revolution is the communication technology. There, in 1986, I booked for a telephone to my house. I got a connection in 1994, after 8 years. And today, just 10 minutes, you are getting a phone connection. And we can talk to internationally any country within few seconds. Whereas those days, we used to, after booking call, 6 hours or 7 hours, we were waiting for international calls. So like that, the revolutionary technologies are being developed. What way our country can be developed? That is very important. Abdul Kalam had a dream. He was very confident, and the achievement of his dream he will be living. Unfortunately, he is not here now. What was his dream? In 2020, India will become a developed nation. Many people are talking super nation, super developed, super country. I also interacted with him. He was my guru, my mentor, my godfather, everything Abdul Kalam I can say. He guided me a lot. I joined with him for my PhD in 1984. When I joined in IIT Madras, I worked for his project only, missile technology. That technology, when we developed and transferred to defense, and it was saving lot of foreign exchange for our country, indigenously. And I'm happy when I went to last month, the same defense laboratory at DRDL Hyderabad. My components all are working very well in all the missiles and rockets in India. That is the contribution by research. So, what is happening today is that unfortunately the student community is going in a wrong direction. We have to be very cautious. We are very proud to say India is the number 1 country in the world in population. During Corona, we were aiming in 2027 we will become the number 1. But after Corona, we have become number 1 in the population in the world. China beat panitom. Appo 65% of the youth of this country is youth. 65% of the population is youth. Very, very proud. But what is the use? When Japan is suffering, they have only 9% of the youth. And Canada and Australia is having 10% of the youth. Europe and America is having only 13% of the youth. India is having more than 50% of the population as youth. If they all work together in right direction, we need not wait till 2047 India is a Viksit Bharat, developed nation. By another 10 years, we will be the super country in the world. Unfortunately, it is not going to be there. Because it's very difficult to control the wrong direction our students are going. Our students are facing a lot of challenges. நிறைய சவால்களை சந்தித்துக் கொண்டிருக்கிறார்கள். Every parent is having a dream. எனக்கு வசதி இல்லாமல் படித்தேன், ஆனால் என் பையனுக்கு நான் எல்லா வசதிகளையும் செஞ்சு கொடுக்கணும். எஸ், they are doing it. 1.5 லட்ச ரூபாயில் ஃபோன் வாங்கி கொடுக்குறாங்க. 2.5 லட்ச ரூபாயில் பைக் வாங்கி கொடுக்குறாங்க. அந்த பையனுடைய ஆட்டிடியூடெலாம் வேறு மாதிரி போயிட்டுருக்கு. அதை கண்ட்ரோல் பண்ணாத வரைக்கும், if you are running a company, if you look at the employment prospects, if 1,000 students are called for interview, they are not selecting even 50 students. So unemployability is very high. Employability skill is not there. Then what else happening? Today's destruction of youth is going on. The other countries in the world are not able to digest the growth of India. Tell me one country they are proud and happy and congratulate our country. உண்மையில் இல்லவே இல்லை. அமெரிக்காவோ, ரஷ்யாவோ, ஜப்பானோ, ஜெர்மனியோ, பங்களாதேஷோ, பாகிஸ்தானோ, they are not able to digest our growth pattern. So it is, in fact, any country is not favor of other country. Everybody wants their own country's டெவலப்மெண்ட். ஸோ இந்தியாவினுடைய வளர்ச்சியை தடை செய்வதற்கு அவர்கள் அணுகுண்டை வீச வேண்டாம், ஏவுகணைகளை வீச வேண்டாம். ஆனால் சைலண்ட்டாக இந்த இளைஞர்களை சீரழித்து விட்டால் அந்த நாடு முன்னேறாது என்று அவர்கள் முயற்சித்து கொண்டிருக்கிறார்கள். எவ்ரி டே வி ஆர் சீயிங் இந்த நியூஸ் பேப்பர். என்ன போதைப் பொருள்கள் 18 கோடி 1500 கோடி ரூபாய் மதிப்புள்ள போதைப் பொருள்கள் சிக்கின எல்லாம் இந்தியாவுக்குள்ளே வந்துட்டுருக்கு. அதெல்லாம் யாருக்கு டிஸ்ட்ரிபியூட் பண்ணுறாங்க? ஃப்ரீ ஆஃப் காஸ்ட் டிஸ்ட்ரிபியூட் பண்ணுறாங்க டு த காலேஜ் ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ், ஸ்கூல் ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ், அன்எம்ப்ளாய்டு யூத்ஸ், ஆட்டோ டிரைவர். இந்த மாதிரி நம்முடைய நாட்டினுடைய வளர்ச்சியை தடை செய்வதற்கு பல வழிகளில் நாடுகள் முயற்சித்து கொண்டிருக்கின்றன. இவற்றிலிருந்து நம் மாணவர்களை காப்பாற்ற வேண்டும். அதுதான் முக்கியம். இது ஆசிரியர்களாகிய இது நமது கடமை. அனதர் ரெக்வஸ்ட் டு ஆல் த டீச்சர்ஸ், உங்கள் வாழ்நாளில் குறைந்தது 10 மாணவர்களையாவது விஞ்ஞானிகளாக உருவாக்க வேண்டும் என்கின்ற ஒரு கட்டளையை நீங்கள் எடுத்துக்கொள்ளுங்கள். குறைஞ்சது 10 தான். நான் நிறைய பேர்த்தை உருவாக்கியிருக்கேன் பை மோட்டிவேஷன், பை டாக்கிங் டு இண்டிவிஜுவல்ஸ். அதாவது என் கிளாஸில் கடைசி அந்த முதல் 10 ரேங்க் ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ் தான் நான் ஐ யூஸ் டு கான்சன்ட்ரேட் டுவர்ட்ஸ் சயின்டிஃபிக் டெவலப்மெண்ட். அவங்கள ரூம்க்கு அழைப்பேன். நீ நல்லா படிக்கிற, நீ உன்னுடைய பிளான் என்ன, உன்னுடைய எய்ம் என்ன? இல்லை சார், நல்லா கூகுள் மாதிரி வேலைக்கு போகணும் சார். போகலாம். அதே சமயத்தில் நீ ரிசர்ச் பண்ணினா அதை விட நிறைய போகலாமே. ஸோ அந்த மாதிரி அவங்கள மோட்டிவேட் பண்ணி ஐ ஹவ் டெவலப்ட் மெனி ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ் ஆஸ் அ சயின்டிஸ்ட். ஐ எம் வெரி ப்ரவுட். இட் இஸ் மை ரோல். அது மாதிரி நீங்கள் டீச்சர்ஸ் இருக்கிறவங்க மாணவர்களுக்கு 1-to-1 ஜென்ரல் மோட்டிவேஷன் இஸ் இம்பார்ட்டன்ட். அதே சமயத்தில் அந்த டாப் ரேங்க் ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸை நீங்கள், ஆனால் சில ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ் என்கிட்ட கேள்வி கேட்டாங்க, சார் எம்டெக் முடித்து நான் பிஹெச்டி முடிச்சு போனாலும் எனக்கு எவ்வளோ சார் சம்பளம் கிடைக்கும் ப்ரொஃபஸராக போனால்? உனக்கு இருக்கும்ப்பா, அசிஸ்டன்ட் ப்ரொஃபஸருக்கு 75,000 to 1 lakh கிடைக்கும் சார். நான் பிஹெச்டி முடிக்கிறதுக்கு 8 வருஷம் ஆகும், எம்டெக் முடித்து பிஹெச்டி முடிக்கிறதுக்கு 6-7 வருஷம் ஆகும். அதுக்கப்புறம் நான் 1 lakh சம்பளம் வாங்குறதுக்கு பதிலாக இப்போவே எனக்கு 1 lakh சம்பளம் கிடைக்கிது சார். நான் ஏன் சார் 6 years கழித்து அதை வாங்கணுன்றான். ஸோ ஐ ஹாவ் டு டாக் டு ஹிம். Scientists are always remembered. As a businessman, as a rich man, you will not be remembered by the society. Today we are talking about Sir C.V. Raman. When he was informed, Raman, you are selected for Bharat Ratna. You come and receive it in Rashtrapati Bhavan. Another 2 or 3 days time they gave. He simply refused. Sorry, I have a commitment to guide my student. I am correcting his thesis. He has to submit the thesis another 3 or 4 days. So I am not able to come and receive the Bharat Ratna award. அப்படின்னு சொன்னவர் தான் சர் சி.வி. ராமன். என்னுடைய ப்ரொஃபஸர் அண்ணா யூனிவர்சிட்டியில் எனக்கு ஒரு ப்ரொஃபஸர் இருந்தார், எம்பிக்கு, டாக்டர் பாலசுப்ரமணியம். அவர் ஒஹையோ யூனிவர்சிட்டியில் பிஹெச்டி பண்ணார். பிஹெச்டி பண்ணும்போது கடைசி தீசிஸ் கரெக்ஷன் சப்மிஷன். அப்போ கைடு வீட்டில் போய் உட்காந்து அதை கரெக்ட் பண்ணிகிட்ருக்கார். கைடுக்கு ஒரு ஃபோன் வருது. அவர் பக்கத்து ரூமில் போய் ஃபோன் அட்டன் பண்ணிவிட்டு கொஞ்சம் சோர்வாக வந்தார், ஒரு கலக்கமாக வந்தார், வருத்தமாக வந்தார். இவர் கூட கேட்டார், என்ன சார், யூ ஆர் நாட் ஃபீலிங் வெல்? இல்லைப்பா, ஒன்றும் இல்லை. Then he went on correcting the thesis. 2 days he took to complete the thesis correction. Now you can go and submit the thesis. I have to attend my father's funeral. See, அவரோட கைடு அப்பா இறந்துட்டாருன்னு சொல்லி ஃபோன் வந்தோடனே அவர் அப்படியே ஐஸ் பாக்ஸில் 2 days வச்சுருங்க, என் தீசிஸை கரெக்ட் பண்ணி கொடுத்துட்டு நான் வரேன் அப்படின்னு சொல்லியிருக்கேன். There are people like this. We have to learn all these aspects of the importance of research. அதனால் as I was telling, there's no former professor, former teacher. அமெரிக்காவில் அது மாதிரி ஏஜ் ரிட்டையர்மெண்ட்டே இல்லை. As long as you are hale and healthy, you can guide the students, you can continue to teach. Knowledge transformation doesn't stop your age. I mean, your age doesn't stop the knowledge transformation. So like that, don't think of you are going to retire another 1 or 2 years, etc. Always, if you have the will, if there is a way to educate the society in this aspect, I would like to take few minutes to talk about what is developed nation. I got a few points to share with you. A developed nation, typically characterized by several key indicators that reflect a high level of economic prosperity, social well-being, technological advancement, infrastructure development, and institutional stability. While there is not a universally agreed upon definition of a developed nation, several factors are commonly used to assess a country's level of development. First one is the gross domestic product per capita. The developed nations typically have a high GDP per capita, indicating a strong economy and a high standard of living for their citizens. This allows for better access to goods and services, including healthcare, education, and infrastructure. When we talk about the advanced infrastructure, developed nations boast advanced infrastructure networks, including well-maintained transportation system, roads, railways, airports, reliable communication networks, internet and telephone, and modern utilities like electricity, water, and sanitation. Human Development Index should be high. The Human Development Index developed by the United Nations combines indicators such as life expectancy, education levels, and per capita income to measure a country's overall human development. Developed nations typically score high on the HDI, indicating high levels of education, healthcare, and income. The technological advancement, the developed nations invest heavily in research and development. In India, hope you would have collected the information. Our budget is around 47 lakh crore. How much they are allotting for education? In our GDP, it is around 2%. This has to increase to 6%. Then only we can achieve the goal in education and research and development. This we are going on requesting, but unfortunately the bureaucrats are not realizing the importance of research in our country. In our national education policy also, they have allotted 50,000 crores. Past 3 years, not even 1 rupee they have released, but only in the paper. So unless we have enough research fund, it is difficult to achieve the goal. Let us put the demand to the government continuously. Of course, stable political and legal systems, low poverty and unemployment rates, high standards of living, strong education systems, all these things are contributing much for the developed nations. Also, diversified and advanced industries. Now you can think of the developments because of only research, like Vande Bharat train. It's only by our Indian indigenously developed train. But we have not developed the bullet train. Bullet train travels up to 450 kilometers speed. But that is sufficient for our nation if we are able to reach 200 kilometers per hour. I think next 160 kilometer per hour is on the line. It will be soon practical. And next it will be 200. So these are all based on research only it can be achieved. You cannot go on by the technology from other countries. We can't afford. So the importance of research is very important in all the fields like transport, aircraft, missiles. Even if you take missiles, last month when I visited DRDL, I am very happy to share with you. First time, the missiles we developed in 1984 onwards. 84, 88, we developed 5 missiles. Agni, Akash, Prithvi, Nayak and Trishul. All these missiles are developed by Abdul Kalam. Abdul Kalam is the father of missiles. We can always remember him. I know how he worked, dedicated. Morning 8 o'clock when we went there to meet him, his secretary told us, sir is free tonight 9 o'clock slot. Otherwise tomorrow afternoon 3 o'clock slot. Which slot you want to meet him? He said 9 o'clock we will meet him today itself. So up to 10 o'clock he was in the office, he was meeting people. Such a dedicated person, I am sure it is difficult to see in our humankind. So on those days we developed our military weapons, that is missiles. Then only we became very strong in defense system. Missiles இல்லைன்னா நம்மளை பாகிஸ்தான் டெரரிஸ்ட் கூட நம்மளை கேப்சர் பண்ணிடுவாங்க. அப்படி தான் கார்கிலில் நடந்தது. Last month, the function was, we sold 2 BrahMos missiles to Philippines. That is an interesting point. That is, so far we used to buy weapons from Russia, Germany, France and America, so many countries. And lakhs of crores we spent for building our weapons, military weapons. But today, we started earning money through selling weapons. And we are one of the pioneers in selling in satellite launching systems. ISRO has launched and earned around 2,500 crores by launching other country satellites. I'm happy to share with you, I am also now developing a satellite with my students. It will be launched next 3 months' time by ISRO. Past 1.5 years I am developing. And today I am learning every day. That's very important. Friends, don't stop learning. Learning should be ever. I enjoy. I feel like a student I am learning. That's a pleasure. எனக்கு வயசாகிடுச்சு, ஐ எம் நவ் என்ட்ரிங் 70 அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு நான் ஒரு மூலையில் போய் உட்காரல. ஆஸ் பர் கலாம்ஸ் அட்வைஸ், கலாம்கிட்ட ஒரு நாள் பேசிட்டு இருக்கும்போது கேட்டார், என்ன பண்ணுறீங்கன்னாரு. சும்மா தான் சார் கவனினேன். He got angry. How can you waste all your talent and knowledge, information, what you learned? Why do you want to be idle? It's a crime. So don't waste your time. Go and help the students. Transform them to the young minds. Our country needs, like you have to mentor the students. From that day, I don't waste my time. I am continuously involving, transforming the students' mind. Either you are success or not, you do your duty. I talk to the students continuously. I go to the classrooms. If I'm free for half an hour, I go to the classroom. So the students are coming and talking, sir, you spoke to other class only, why you have not come to my class? That way, the message is going among them. So whatever we learned, we transform to the students. Yesterday I went to a classroom and told them, today Airport Authority has announced 550 executives to be recruited. Get ready. Apply. But they want a GATE examination score. So prepare for your GATE examination. I told my president, sir, we have to educate the children for GATE exam. What to do? First, he gave a course material for them. Each 1,500 rupees. He gave 25 lakhs worth of GATE material to the students free of cost. All the students. Sir, அந்த கோர்ஸ் மெட்டீரியல் கொடுத்தா மட்டும் போதுமா? இல்லை, அதில் ஓப்பன் புக் டெஸ்ட் வைங்க, இன்டர்னல் அசஸ்மெண்ட் வைங்க. அதையே நெக்ஸ்ட் 4 இயர்ஸ்க்கு ஃபாலோ பண்ணுங்கள். டீச்சர்ஸுக்கு ஒரு மணி நேரம் டீச் பண்ணால் 1,000 rupees ரெம்யூனரேஷன் கொடுக்குறாங்க இப்போது. So like that, because of my suggestion, it is being implemented. Like that, we see the future generations are coming in with knowledge. And the angle, we should continue to transform our expertise to the students. That is very important. So, the advanced industries. I have seen just past 1.5 years, I interacted with 50 companies who are all manufacturing satellite components. Last week when I visited Delhi Defense Satellite Conference, it's a very tight and strict and confidential conference. I was invited. I interacted with the DRDO chairman and told him, sir, I'm happy that our defense requires a lot of satellite applications, but where is the manpower for that? Nobody is trained in manpower for satellite. So I decided to start BTech and MTech programs in satellite space technology in my university. You have to sponsor it with me. Immediately he agreed. He congratulated me. And whatever the help you want, sir, I want your help. At least you sponsor the entire course for me. Yes, it's not a big problem for them. Around 15 crores it will take. I will produce at least 30 manpower for satellite development in the country. Space applications. So like that, every one of you should work for the development of our nation as our Kalam's dream. So the second thing is that global economic influence. Global economy also have a lot of influence on our nation development. Finally, the impact of our research will lead to innovation and technology advancement. Engineering research drives innovation and technology advancements in various fields such as transportation, healthcare, communication, energy, and agriculture. These advancements lead to the development of new products, processes, and services that can improve the quality of life for citizens and enhance a nation's competitiveness in the global market. Infrastructure development. You know, our infrastructure needs a lot of flyovers and roads and transport systems. Everything is only by our own innovation it can be improved. Sustainability and environmental protection is a very serious issue. The climate change is taking place, and by forcing the climate change research, Anna University is the first university when I was the Vice Chancellor to start the Climate Change Research Center at Anna University. I only started it by inviting the Nobel laureates. Economic growth and job creation. See, we have 140 crore population. The unemployed youths are increasing. And our engineering students are employed in Swiggy, Zomato for delivery as delivery boys. These are all the serious concerns. Why the talented boys are also going towards delivery boys? Minimum 10,000 engineering students are employed in Swiggy, Zomato and Amazon delivery boys. These are all serious aspects. So we need to consider these aspects. And economic growth and job creation. See, the foreign countries, 17,250 companies have come to India to start their activities. But because of liberalization, globalization, privatization by our government. But when they come with the technology, they are ruining us. We pay more. Today, at least 25 car companies from outside India is in India. All are bringing their technology. And now only slowly like Tata or other company like, what is that? Our own Tata company, no company. Maruti, one more. Mahindra. So these companies capable of that developing advanced technologies in India, which we need to provide the manpower for that. And healthcare also, in very important biomedical engineering, $500 billion every year we are spending for importing medical equipments. All these medical equipments should be manufactured in India, and national security and defense systems should be manufactured in India, and quality education and capacity building should be very important. Friends, if your student is unemployed and roaming outside, will you be happy? So we need to work for the delivering skills for employment, knowledge for employment, and see that the growth pattern. Today, Japan is suffering without manpower. In 70s, when they started a revolution in electronics, practically if you say, they did not get married. Thousands and millions of Japanese people did not get married. They worked day and night development because of the 1945 atomic bomb on them. So, result, today the population has decreased. They have only aged population. If there is 100 jobs advertisement, only 9 applications are coming. Because of this, they decided to recruit people from outside. From which country they can recruit? China is a competitor. They will not recruit. So no other country is providing manpower. Australia, they themselves shortage. Europe, they don't get shortage. America, shortage. They decided to recruit only from India. 1 lakh engineers are required every year. 2 lakh technicians are required every year. They had a talk with our External Affairs Ministry and got concurrence from our government. And their only requirement is that he should know the Japanese language. So see that your children, your students are learning, given direction in this angle. I had a lot of discussions with the Japanese team, and we are providing the Japanese language teaching. And you all make arrangements for learning language, and your children will be. Our students are expected to get employed internationally. That's why US has given MS admission, more than 2 lakh admissions this year from India. And they have reduced Chinese admissions. Europe, everywhere they are giving admissions to Indians. So internationally, job opportunities are plenty for our children, and see that it is the responsibility of teachers, it is the responsibility of our gurus to see our children are employed, our country is progressed, and a developed nation. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. With your kind permission, we would like to call you as the satellite man who is present among us. Thank you for sharing so much of information with us, sir. சாருடைய பேச்சிலேருந்து நமக்கு ரொம்ப பெரிய பொறுப்புகள் இருக்குது ஆஸ் டீச்சர்ஸ் அப்படிங்கிறத ரொம்ப அழகாக சுட்டி காட்டியிருக்காரு. ஒன் இஸ், நம்ம அந்த காலத்துலலாம் வந்து ஃபேமிலி டாக்டர்னு ஒருத்தர் இருந்தார். இப்போ பார்த்திங்கன்னா பல்லுக்கு தனியாக கண்ணுக்கு தனியாக எல்லாம் பிரிச்சுட்டாங்க. அதே மாதிரி டீச்சிங்கும் இப்போ பிரிஞ்சு போயிட்டு நமக்கும் பசங்களுக்கும் உண்டான பாண்டேஜ் குறைஞ்சிக்கிட்டே வருது அப்படிங்கிறது ஒரு முக்கியமான இஷ்யூ அப்படிங்கிறது தான் சார் சுட்டி காமிச்சிருக்காரு. ஸோ லெட் அஸ் டேக் இட் ஆஸ் ஒன் ஆஃப் தி கமிட்மெண்ட்ஸ் தட் வி டேக் ஃப்ரம் ஹியர் டு அகெயின் பிரிங் பேக் த பாண்டேஜ் வித் ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ். ஏன்னா அவர் வந்து தாய்மொழியில் எவ்வளோ ஒரு கம்ஃபர்ட் இருக்கோ அதே கம்ஃபர்ட்டை வந்து நம்ம தாய் மண்ணில் பண்ண வேண்டிய ரிசர்ச்சுக்கு பிள்ளைங்களுக்கு கொண்டு வர வேண்டியது நம்மளுடைய பொறுப்பு அப்படின்னு ஒரு பெரிய பொறுப்பை சார் வந்து நமக்கு கொடுத்துருக்காரு. ஸோ on behalf of all the teaching crew here, I give you the commitment that this is going to happen, sir. Thank you, and looking forward to your satellite soon.